What is up, everybody? Timbo vs. TV here today, and we're gonna talk about the phrase "Xbox has no games" and how this is gonna be the main thing we're gonna hear about this entire year until Starfield drops in 2023. Now, there are a few games that's coming out for Xbox still this year. We have Scorn, which is coming out. That game looks like the horror game that looks like a very creepy looking like H.A. Geiger inspired horror game that's coming out this year, and we also have a Forza Motorsport game which is coming out this year. So next entry in the Forza series is coming out. Other than that, that's all we really have for Xbox. So as an Xbox fan, what can you really look forward to this year? Mostly just third party carrying this generation alone, which is, I mean, that's not bad because there's like at least 10 games that I want to play that third party has alone. But it's most of the other companies like Sony and Nintendo, they're having a full catalog of games. So if you are a multi console owner, you're probably good to go. Like PlayStation has Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16 that might come out this year, and God of Ragnarok. Nintendo has a plethora of games coming out, the new Pokemon generation, Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, Mario Rabbids, the new entry into that title, and you also have Mario Strikers as well. So if you have the other consoles, you're pretty good to go. But mainly Xbox only users are mainly gonna have to pretty much stick with third-party games this generation. So there's a lot of great games coming out third-party wise, so and it's not that bad, but you might want to catch up on your backlog of games that you haven't played before that you like. Like you see behind me, I have a whole shelf full of games. A lot of those games I haven't even opened the plastic wrap yet, so I am guilty of not tackling my backlog as well. But this is a good time to tackle those games you have in your backlog, pretty much. Let me see what else. And then the games that came out this year that you might not have played already, because we had a few games that came out this year, like Elden Ring was a big one that came out. Ghostwire, well, no, I guess Ghostwire Tokyo is PlayStation exclusive so far. So you have Elden Ring, Tiny Tina's Wonderland. What's the other one? Shadow Warrior 3, which came out. Some big third-party titles which came out earlier this year that you might not have had a chance to get to. Where a lot of those games are being discounted now because they've been out for a while, so you might want to get to those games. But what I really want to talk about, the major third-party games coming out this year that's looking and pretty interesting. The Saints Row reboot, that game looks pretty great. It's a remake of the classic Saints Row series. Pretty much more of the same, the zaniness that came with the later games. That game was looking pretty good, so I'm definitely looking forward to picking that one up. Hogwarts Legacy, the newest Harry Potter game. This game looks a lot better than the previous ones by far. Got that. Gotham Knights, which is made by I believe it's made by Rocksteady. We believe this one was made by Rocksteady, so it's like the Batman game without Batman, but the Batman family. So you have that. Evil Dead, the game. If you're a fan of the Friday the 13th type game, this is very reminiscent of that game, but with the Evil Dead characters. Sonic Frontier is like the new entry to the Sonic series. Sonic Origins as well, which is a thing of all the classic Sonic games. So I mean, there's some pretty good games that I've listed so far. Marvel Midnight Suns, if that's still coming out this year, which is that Marvel turn-based game that has a card-based strategy system. A lot of people didn't like that at first, but I don't know, once we get close to release, people might be looking forward to that because it's like Marvel's been killing it this year, so people might be wanting to buy this Marvel game since Marvel's been pretty amazing movies this year, so people might want to buy that. A Plague's Tale: Requiem and Callisto Protocol, which if that still comes out, which is supposed to be like that Dead Space successor. So, man, we still got games this year. So if you got Xbox only, it's not gonna be too bad. So I don't know. People saying Xbox has no games. There's plenty of games because the average person probably buys like 3 to 4 games a year. So I named like at least like over 10 games, at least like 15 games I named. So you got games to play, and you probably got a backlog. Those games constantly go on sale from either the Xbox store, or you probably find games on sale at your local retail store. So, yeah, people, when we first got the reaction that Starfield and Redfield got delayed, it was like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but when you think about it, it's like, it's not that bad. I mean, you gotta wait a little bit longer to play this game until next year, but it's not too bad because you still got a backlog of games to play. You still got games from Game Pass, which Game Pass is constantly giving you good stuff each month. And it's like they might make a big because of this games being delayed. They might make a month where they add like a big third-party title to their entry. So that might happen. So who knows? But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel here, people. I've seen some posts. People saying like they're gonna sell their Xbox. They're gonna sell it. They're gonna get rid of it. All this other nonsense. I'm like, yo, it ain't that bad. It ain't truly that bad. Like as people make it out to be. But very disappointing news. But there's still plenty of games. There's still plenty of games to play this year. Whether you're a multi-console or just Xbox only user, you just got plenty of games playing. I just made this quick video about that. People have been real negative about this since then. A lot of Sony guys celebrating. When it's like, hey, you haven't gotten a release date for God of War, so that game could be delayed too while you're celebrating. Don't be celebrating too hard there, but yeah, it's just been a rough day for Xbox fans in general. But some type of hope. There's great games to play on Xbox still, so I just want to put that out there. But leave a like for this video, definitely your comments down below, and thanks for watching, as always, and peace.